Hello, gorgeous people. How are you today? I hope you're all very well. Today I'm talking about 5D in layman's terms. What is it? I'll give you my perspective on that, and I'll see you on the other side. So I see that there's an awful lot of talk about 5D. Yeah, I've heard somebody saying, "Hey, what happened to 4D? Why are we skipping 4D? 4D is important as well." Okay, there's a lot of confusion about what 5D is. There's also a confusion, I believe, about what 5D means in terms of us. Does it, are we going to be 5D here? Are we 5D already? Are we going off? Do we have to leave the Earth plane to become 5D? Or are we going to become 5D here? Okay, I don't know. But what I do know is that if 5D was a description of where we need to go to, where we're going to in this process of ever increasing illumination, then I think that 5D has some very, very specific parts to it that we need to work on to get there. Okay, 3D, we know what 3D is like. It's very heavy, and maybe this is all just a metaphor, who knows. 3D, very heavy, dark, pain in the arse sometimes, isn't it? Really, pain in the arse. However, I've had very many beautiful moments in 3D. I've had fun moments, I've had joyous moments in 3D. So 3D isn't all bad. It's just a part of the process that we're going through. So what is 5D? Well, this is my take on 5D. 5D, to be in 5D and to resonate at 5D, you need to be authentic. Now, this is a cliche. It's used very, very often, and it's almost like a throwaway a comment like, "I'm going to be authentic." But what does it mean to be authentic? What is it? If you go into a shop and you buy a record, God, I'm going back some time, like an LP that's been signed by the artist, and you say, "But is this an authentic signature?" What you're asking is this by the real person? Is this the real person? Okay, so being authentic just means being who you really are. The issue that we've got is if we don't know who we really are, then we are buggered, because you can't be authentic if you don't know who you are. So big job for us is to find out who we are. How do we know who we are? How do we know? How do we know what we are and who we are? Well, it's through a process of self-examination, I suppose. It's through a process of working to clear out all of the programs that have been given to us. They say that from one day to the next, we repeat 80% or maybe more of the same words. We have the same thoughts from one day to the next. What are those thoughts? So those thoughts are programs, and very often those programs have been given to us. So what is our authentic self? How do we know? Well, our job is to do a cleanse, and you can do that beautifully through therapy and through self-work and through meditation and through all kinds of things. But it's to cleanse out all of what I would call the impurities. Impurities for me are programs, shit programs, by the way. I'm not talking about the good ones. I've had some beautiful people in my life who've given me beautiful programs. The ones that resonate with me, and I take them on board and I say, yeah, that's part of me because that's who I am. Yeah, but there are lots of shit programs that people have given us, and our job is to get rid of those, because when we're running these shit programs, we're not able to be who we really are. Yeah. So being authentic, that's how we're going to stay in 5D, or we're going to resonate much more in 5D, is when we're being true to ourselves. It's like a bell. Ding. If the bell doesn't have any obstructions, it's going to ring out beautifully. But if it's covered in crap, it's not going to ring nicely. A bell covered in crap is going to go, Yeah, we want it to ring out. We need to ring out. So finding out who you are, very important. And getting rid of the crap, very important. To get us into this 5D. It's going to happen naturally, but you can speed the process up. The other thing that is very 5D is this, in my book, is helping other people. I have discovered in my life that when I have spent my time on purpose helping people, wanting to help people and helping people, then the universe has repaid me tenfold. And this is a very 5D place to be, which is I am going to help people for no other reason than I need to help them. I want to help them. I desire to help them. Obviously, need to help. You've got to be careful with that. I mean, I went the other side of it and I forced help on people who don't want it. Big error. Apparently creates karma. But anyway. But even so, it doesn't work and it doesn't satisfy you. No, remember, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So the people who want your help will appear in your life and will need that help. Don't go seeking them out. Okay, I just don't think that works. You got to wait, they'll appear. You just got to have the desire to help. Yeah. So the other part of this helping is this. The 5D part is helping freely, just with the intention of helping. Right. So there's this system that works. The universe does this. It says, "Ooh, I noticed that you've helped that person. Therefore, we're going to help you," and they help you in lots and lots of different ways. Okay. So when you know that, then it's very beautiful because you just do it. You just help people, and then you go, "Wow, God, I can't believe what's happened in my life. All these wonderful things." Okay, that's how it works. But you can't cheat it. You can't think, "All right, I understand. So all I have to do is help people, and then the universe is going to help me. So I'll help people." Yeah, that doesn't work. It doesn't work. The universe, you can't fool the universe because it isn't the helping that actually does the business. It's the intention, it's that vibration that you're carrying. It's this, I want to help you because I want to help you. Because it makes me feel good. Yeah, and I feel authentic when I'm helping you. That's what actually gets the universe's attention. It isn't the act, if you understand. It's the vibration that goes with the act. Somewhere in the Bible it talks about this. About people who said, "Did we not prophesy in your name, Lord? Did we not do all these wonderful things in your name?" And I think the answer was, "Did them for the wrong reasons, mates. You did them for the wrong reasons, and therefore they meant nothing." And then the other group of people going, "But when did we do all of that?" Because you did it unconsciously. You weren't conscious of what you're doing. That is the most beautiful form of giving. However, you can also give consciously, but it's the giving, not thinking, "Well, I'll do this and then you pay me back." I lived in Morocco for 4 years, and in Morocco they've got this system which is, I scratch your back and then you scratch the back of all of my family. It's like, I'll do you a favor, but this is coming back to me, and it's just an obligation. It's their culture, that's fine. But the actual system of, I will do you a favor because I am going to feel better about it. I'm going to help you because I feel better about it. That's beautiful. That isn't unconscious, but it's what catches the universe's attention. That gets you into 5D. And trust me, when you want to help, you do lots of helping consciously, but at the same time you do lots of unconscious helping, just because it's your nature. And that gets repaid, truly. And I think the other important part of being 5D is to be honest. Now that actually comes back to being authentic, but it's to be honest as a person, honest to yourself, honest to other people. Yeah. To thy own self be true. This is so important. If you are honest, and what's happening, what are we seeing? We're seeing the world filled with people who are dishonest. For whatever reason, they are not able to actually look and see the truth, or they deny the truth, or they deny what's going on around them. They are being false to themselves. Yeah? And that keeps them way, way deep into 3D. When we start being honest, and it's such a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to do, to be absolutely honest, because then you've got to be honest with your failings as well. You've got to be honest with who you really are. You've got to be honest about the way that you've lived your life. When you look back across it, how have I lived my life? Have I really done a good job? Where have I failed? This is what honesty is all about. It's about really taking stock of who you are, and it's that honesty that actually makes you make changes. Okay? When we're in denial, that river that runs through Egypt, standing in denial, when we're in denial, we won't make changes. People don't make changes when they're denying. They don't make changes. It's only when you say, okay, yeah, I admit that I fucked up. Yeah, that's when you can make a change. That's what Alcoholics Anonymous is all about. The very first step, and it's the most important step, is to say, all right, I'm an alcoholic then. Do you know how hard that step is? And with anything, all right, I'm a bad parent. All right, I'm a drug addict. All right, I'm an abusive person. All right, I'm a bully. All of those kind of, I admit what I am. It's the first step to get you into 5D. It's to get you out of 3D. When we don't admit anything, this, I'll give you a few other examples that are a bit more close to home. Yeah, I'm in a shit marriage. I've got to get out of it. Do you know how many people deny that? And how many people won't go there? They'll stay in the marriage for their entire life because admitting it is too painful for them. Because then they'd have to admit that they're wrong. And that's too much for them. So, being honest is so absolutely important these days. We've got to be honest in everything. And the truth of the matter is this: our unconscious mind is the most honest part of us. When we are being honest, it will reward us. And the unconscious mind can work miracles. It's linked to all of the other stuff. It's linked to the higher self. It's linked to the universe. It can create miracles. If your unconscious mind is your number one fan, and that's what you've got to work it to be, it will reward you. But if it sees that you are not being true, if it hears you lying, if it hears you denying, it will punish you. And how does it punish you? It just takes away your happiness. It just takes your happiness away. But when you are being honest, it gives you the happiness. And this is the reward. This is 5D for me. You are honest. You are authentic. You're going through your life helping people. Yeah? And you're being absolutely honest to yourself. I promise you that you will be rewarded with happiness. And I think that happiness, really, being in that happiness, being in that place, is as much 5D as we can get right now. Happiness is the top. Remember, love or fear. Love or fear, the two extremes. So, happiness, when we're in happiness, we're in love. That's it. And when we're lying to ourselves and in denial, we're in fear. So that's all that we have to do. That's all that we have to do. It's easy as that. If we want to be 5D, just be true. Just be honest. Help other people. Do it willingly. Don't do it for any gain whatsoever. Sort your shit out. Look at yourself in the mirror and admit what you are. Because underneath all of that, remember, that's just a facade. Underneath all of that, you are a beautiful diamond. You are a beautiful, perfect specimen of wonderfulness. You don't need to be any more than what you are. All you need to do is look at yourself and notice the baggage that you're carrying. Drop the baggage and then start enjoying you, enjoying the real you, because you are wonderful. You don't need to be anything else. There you are. 5D in layman's terms. I hope that was valuable for you, and I'll see you later on. Bye-bye.